Girl Nina from A Breakable Strong Woman. Like it's about to storm here in Michigan, so I'm gonna take a quick moment to talk about a very, very sad story. And I really need y'all help with this one because I don't really understand some parts of the Bible. And I normally don't like to discuss politics and religion because everybody have their own different opinion about it. And it's always an argument, and I refuse to argue about God. But this particular story is horrific. I got my Starbucks, y'all. I'm addicted. I need prayer. This story is horrific, man. Please remember to subscribe if you're not subscribed to my channel already. And make sure you push the like button to keep the algorithm going on my channel. That's what YouTube requires for y'all to push like when y'all watch a video. If you don't mind, if you appreciate YouTube, you'll make sure you like people's videos to keep us going and keep giving y'all the stories. You know, it's for the people. So I greatly appreciate when you come on in because you kindly push like. At least please push like before you leave, all right? And make comments. I read all your comments. How you doing, Alicia? This particular story, it is kind of scary, y'all. And this is not the story I was going to do today, so I'll be back later on tonight with the story I was going to actually do. But this story, I didn't want to talk about it at first because it kind of scared me. And I'm like, I have to. I have to talk about it because I got to share some light, shine some light on this darkness. Who on here know about the Word of God? Hey, Yvonne, how you doing? Who on here know about just really know that word? Not what you think, making up. Who really know this word? Because I need y'all help, and I really need your comments on here because I want people to read your comments about this subject. So someone can share God's word. God's word. Did y'all hear about 34-year-old Danielle Johnson? She's a YouTuber. Did y'all hear about that story? It happened in LA. And it happened, I think, Saturday or Friday. She's a astrologist. She's one of those people that reads tarot cards and pretty much try to tell you about your future, and the mind reader and all that, and zodiac. She was deep into that life. And to me, I don't touch that because to me it's witchcraft. I know a lot of them are coming out trying to defend her honor and saying, please don't let that deter you, what she did on what's really is real. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all the story and then I'm going to go into my thoughts. Danielle Johnson is 34 years old. And I think she's originally from London because that's where she met Jalen Allen Cheney. Jalen Allen Cheney is 29-year-old Air Force mechanic. So here we have a good brother. From my understanding, I think he's a black man. They haven't showed him yet, but he's a good brother. He was in the Air Force. He had 2 children by her, a 9-year-old and an 8-month-old. They wasn't married. So that's one strike out the will of God. But he still was a hard-working brother who they lived in a nice area, very upscale area. She had a lot of followers on Instagram and YouTube. And y'all heard me right. I said had because she's no longer here. I don't know if y'all been watching the news. Let me tell you what she did. Do y'all remember last Monday when the eclipse came and the astrologist was saying this is the new moon and people were saying this is the end of the world? Everybody had their theories because do y'all remember they said that in 2000? Then they said when Prince wrote the song 1999, the world was going to end. Every time something come up, people want to play God. I don't pay them no attention because I'm like, okay, if the world going to end, I hope it just go real fast. But the world ain't going nowhere, and neither are you until God say so. I wish y'all get that in y'all head and stop listening to the world. Because if they knew when the world was going to end, y'all, that means they're God. And it's only one. Do you think God would give a man that much power to tell folks when the world going to end? That means you're more powerful than him. You're running the show. Y'all, we don't need him then. So I don't listen to that mess. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what Miss Danielle did. She forewarned people way before the eclipse came that this was the end of time. This is Revelations. This is it. It's about to end. Not only that, people will go to her, y'all. And I see this all the time because a woman tried to do it to me. To get the tarot cards read about their life. What they doing wrong and a spiritual cleansing. Now tell me this. Why would you need someone on earth with you that bleeds like you, sleep like you, got to eat like you, walk this earth, tell you how to clean your spirit? And then they pray over you with tarot cards. Do y'all not know you don't need a mediator to get to God? Did y'all not know that? You don't need a person in between you and the Heavenly Father to talk to him. All you need to do is talk. You don't even need to get on your knees. All you need to start talking to him and trusting him and reading the word and try to live right. And I'm telling you, he'll show up and show out. You don't need nobody to go, well, Jesus said he busy. I need to know what you want. That ain't how God work, okay? So these people that do the Ouija boards, the tarot cards, let me hurry because I couldn't find my pen. I wrote in highlighter. I'm gonna read what I'm gonna write what I wrote down. If I can see it stuff. I had to write in dang on highlighter. Red, yellow highlighter. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. John 8:34. I can't even read this handwriting because I wrote it in highlighter. To see how the devil works. I want y'all to read John 8:34. It talks about tarot cards. They said it's wicked. They talk about it being wicked. This is why I don't understand. If you just pick up the book, you don't have to guess if something from God. He says it's wicked and it's witchcraft. That's in the word of God. Matthew 24:24 said, believing in the power and worshiping, pretty much a strategy, if I'm saying that right, is directly against biblical wisdom. It's against God's will. So why do people go to folks and get their future read with cards if God telling you it's wicked, it's witchcraft, it's dark, it's like having a Ouija board? God has nothing to do with that. And people still go to these folks. It's folks in her defense right now saying, please don't let that deter you because we are real. We can read your future. We can tell you about your zodiac. This stuff is wicked, y'all. Just like I found out burning sage is part of witchcraft, I never knew that. Because I'm like, one time I had my whole house full of smoke with sage. I was going through so much, I filled my whole house up with sage. And more bad things started happening. And I said, how can that be? I just cleansed my house. I opened my windows and I let the smoke go through, and come to find out, it's witchcraft. Whatever you do in life, please protect your mind. Please protect your mind. Let me get into the story real quick because I can't even read. I'm so mad that I can't read what I wrote because it's in highlighter. Leviticus 9 is at 19:30. I am so sorry. It said gives no regards to mediums and spirits and seek after them. He said in Leviticus, don't give no regards to those people and seek after them. Do y'all see all the scriptures that God given us? And y'all still disregard him and go to these people? Oh, I got to get my future read. I want somebody to look at my hand and tell me how many lines I have left, and that determines what kind of life I have, my lifespan. What is wrong with y'all? Last I checked, God don't need nobody help. He knows the number of hairs on your head. He don't need you to go to them people. You go straight to the source. Y'all remember the song, Jesus on the Main Line, tell him what you want? He didn't say, Jesus on the main line, call the secretary and leave a message and she'll get back with you for me. No, he said, tell him what you want. Call him up and tell him what you want. I pray all day long in my car, y'all. Miss Danielle, I'm sorry, I'm getting off subject because it's bothering me. She told everybody that it was going to be the end. The eclipse was the end of time. Let me tell you what, she woke up that morning. She deleted her hard-working Air Force mechanic boyfriend who she had been with about 10 years or longer. She deleted him. She stabbed him to death. The eclipse coming. The world is about to end today. This before it happened. This is that morning. Last Monday, she deleted this man. She put her 2 beautiful kids in the car. 9 years old and 8 months. Girls. She flying down the expressway. What expressway was this, man? I am so mad I didn't write this in ink pen because I couldn't find an ink pen. She was flying down the 405. Y'all know where that's at if you're in LA? She was flying down the 405 expressway doing 100 miles an hour. Now, she done deleted her baby father. He at the house. She gets the kids in the car, and she's doing 100 down the 405. Now, I vaguely remember the 405 because I used to go there every summer. A few summers. I ain't go every summer. And I know how busy LA is, so I can imagine that expressway. You know what she did? And I still don't understand how she managed to do this while she's driving. She pushed her 2 daughters out the car on the 405 doing 100 miles an hour. After she deleted their dad, she pushed them out the car in the middle of the expressway. Black, beautiful woman. Look her up. She's a YouTuber. She's an Instagram influencer. She was. Pushed the girls out. The 9-year-old, by the grace of God, that's why I say when it ain't your time to go, you ain't going nowhere. Only God can explain the miracle how this baby lived. The 8-month-old baby got ran over several times by several vehicles when the mother pushed him out the car. Could you imagine that 8-month-old baby just getting ran over by several vehicles? Her sister that's 9 that was holding her, I can just imagine how tight she was trying to hold her baby sister. But she had to let her go due to the fall, and she flipped and ended up on the medium. And she survived. She's in the hospital recovering right now. The cars just missed her. Somehow she was covered by God, but the baby died. One of the neighbors said earlier that morning, she heard them arguing. This is why I say to people, when people show you signs that they crazy, believe them. This couldn't have been the first time this girl acted like that. Now, she's supposed to be a tarot card reader. She can read people's life. She can tell you what direction to go in, what lottery number coming on. She can tell you all this. But she didn't know her man was cheating. Because this is what they was arguing about. See, this is why I said false prophets. The neighbor heard them arguing about him cheating on her. So this person, so spiritual, tapping into the universe and know all about God, when it came to that penis, she was ready to delete a person. Be careful who you recreate with. Okay, who you allow to be your baby's mother, who you allow to be your children's father. Be careful. When you see somebody practicing black magic, you need to get away from them. This is why he probably was cheating. He was trying his best to get away from her. But he waited till late. I bet any money when we hear the rest of the story, because it's going to go on, because the news talking about it, because that's what they found in her car. Oh, I ain't finished the story. Lord forgive me. After she pushed the kids out, you know what she did? She kept going 100 miles an hour, flying down the 405 and ran into a tree and deleted herself. The car looked like a big bundle of metal. It don't even look like a vehicle anymore. So she thought, I'm going to delete my family, then I'm going to delete myself. Murder-suicide. That's what she wanted to do, but the 9-year-old lived. Guess what they found in the car? Tarot cards and black feathers. If that don't sound wicked to y'all, I don't know what is wicked. They found black feathers all in the house. Black feathers. That's witchcraft. Y'all better be careful who you opening your soul to, having soul ties with. This 29-year-old man, they haven't even had a chance to live, is gone due to black magic. Because somebody was tampering with something they shouldn't have been tampering with, and they should have been praying, going to church, talking about God. No, they tapping into the universe. I'm the universe. Praying to trees and leaves and stuff instead of praying to God. Y'all better quit playing. I'm telling you, you better quit playing with God. It's a scripture I just had, y'all. Hold on. God, I hope I can read it. Why did I write in this highlighter? I didn't have a pen, y'all. So when I was writing down stuff, I didn't have a pen. Revelations 12. It talks about war, spiritual warfare against God and Satan. Revelations 12 talk about spiritual warfare, that it's going to be a war on earth between God and Satan. Devils go come down and come on earth and try to grab the saints. That's the times we're in right now. That's why you better be very careful and protect your mind. It's a spiritual warfare going on. It's a battlefield of the mind, and only the strong go survive. If I've never said no other video you like, you better pay attention to this one, because this is some real stuff. And I'm not preaching. I'm scared. Actually, I'm not, because God said fear nothing but him. I'm scared and nervous about how people is just giving in to the devil. When God said we are in his image, we are God's, that don't mean that you actually God, okay? That means you can tap into him directly. And he wants you to have all the things on this earth and live abundantly. That's what that means. I want you a precious jewel. You my child. You royalty. But that don't mean you can go around raising the dead, healing the sick. That don't mean you got the power to do that. So when you hear people saying, oh, I made somebody walk, and the pastors that make people fall out and they get up out their wheelchair and they running around, get away from them folks. The devil is trickery, y'all. After all that just happened, her team that does the same thing with the tarot cards, every time I'm on YouTube and I go across one of them channels, oh, I heard him click off. Oh, no. I don't even want that on my TV. And I get the Lord, please, I pray them spirits and come up in here. I don't play with tarot cards. I don't play with that kind of stuff. My son met a girl. And she was one of them people that supposed to have discernment. Am I saying that right? Discernment? I always said wrong. Yes. She was supposed to have that. White girl. And I feel like I had this black cloud over me. You know why I had a black cloud over me? Let me tell y'all something that's my mother always told me, and I went against what my mother said again. When your mama and daddy tell you something, you better take heed. My mother told me, don't let everybody put hands on me. because everybody ain't from God. I was in Birmingham, Alabama, going through some marital problems with my husband. I'm sitting at a restaurant, y'all, waiting for my little girl to get out of school. My husband was on the road. At this time, my hip was really bad. It was something I needed surgery, so I barely could walk. I'm sitting there doing some work because I had an online business. This older white lady that I used to see there every morning having coffee with her friends, she walks up to me. She said, "You're so beautiful." She said, "I watch you all the time, and I noticed you're limping." And she said, "What are you working on?" So I'm telling her, sorry, my son. She's been a nice old lady. Can y'all still hear me? See how the devil work? She's been a nice old lady. And I'm telling her what I'm working on. I told her I had an online business. She said, "Well, can I sit down with you?" And I said, "Sure." So we had coffee together. We had a conversation. She asked me, "Did I believe in God?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "Can I pray for you?" Now, don't that sound innocent to y'all? Don't that sound innocent? Yeah. Older lady, my elder, white woman. She appeared to know the Lord. She asked me what I've been going through so she could pray. I told her my hip was going bad. I might need knee surgery as everything on my right side was hurting me. She started telling me about physical therapy and how to take hot yoga that helps my leg. She was giving me some advice. This lady had to be a good 70 years old. Sweet old lady, right? I told her about my husband, how we going through some things. I needed her to pray for that. I told her my daughter be off and on sick sometimes. They can't figure it out. So she stood up. She told me to close my eyes and she put her hands on me and she begins to pray. Instantly, I felt uneased. Instantly, I should have stopped her. And I should have said, "No, no, no, Satan." Let me tell you what this lady did. She started speaking in a language I didn't understand. Do y'all know when in the Bible it said you're not supposed to speak in tongues unless you have an interpreter? You got to speak it. You have to have an interpreter to let people know what you're saying. But this was different, y'all. It was a plika language. Plika, plaka, plaka, blah, blah, blah. It sounded like she was putting a curse on me. I kid y'all not. And my spirit, the God in me was like, pull away. But I didn't want to be disrespectful. So I'm like, oh, hurry up, lady. I got my eyes closed and she plicking and she grabbing my head. And then she said, "Watch the great change in your life." That whole day I was scared, y'all. I said, why did I let her lay hands on? The first thing came to my mind is what my mother told me. Never let people lay their hands on you. Because a lot of people ain't from God. They from the devil. Let me tell y'all what happened. After that day, my husband came back off the road. We argued nonstop. It was worse than it ever been. My leg got so bad I had to go to the emergency room. I couldn't walk at all. Next thing you know, me and my husband completely fell apart. I got in my car and I told you I drove back to Michigan. All the stuff she prayed for got worse. I get back home. My daughter, I was telling her that we don't understand why she's sick. She ended up with cancer. I ended up homeless. I lost my husband. My hip went out. My daughter had cancer. Everything went wrong. So what that lady did, she put a curse on me. I prayed and prayed and had people praying for me. I'm like, I got a curse on me. I put crystal salt on me, took baths. I did everything I could think of to try to get this curse off of me. It took a couple years and I started seeing a little bit of light because everything I tried failed. Everything. I'm thinking this woman was from God. She was straight from the pit of hell. And I mean that. And that was the most scariest situation I've ever been in my life. And every time I faced calamities, I kept saying, that woman put a curse on me. I was telling everybody that. I said, that old woman put a curse on me. I would never, ever let nobody lay hands on me again unless I just know who they are. But a stranger, plicka. It wasn't even in tongue. This lady was practicing witchcraft. And she probably was a racist. You see how she tricked me? She came in a disguise that she was from God. And I believed her. I allowed her to get up here. I didn't protect this. Because what you think is what you are. So I felt like, okay, I believe you. Instead of praying for myself. No, I don't let people lay hands on me. I'm sorry, ma'am. I respect you, but no. No, thank you. That's what I should have said. I told you instantly when she touched me, I felt wickedness. I felt it in my spirit. And I should have just pushed her away from me. And I should have went right to somebody's church and got some holy oil and some pray that off of me. That spirit stayed on me for years, y'all. That was in 2019. It's 2024. And I'm just now coming out the darkness. I'm telling y'all. Witchcraft is real. Darkness, that black magic is real. You got to be careful. The girl that was talking about Miss Johnson today, she said when she first heard about Miss Johnson, that's the one who killed herself, that her and a lot of people would go to this woman and she would charge like $20 for a spiritual cleaning. You know, when you hurt from love, when you lost your job, when your marriage fell apart, you feel like if anybody could just help me through this, I'm going to let them. This is how people get caught up in being in a cult. Because you seeking something instead of seeking God. I'm seeking somebody can help me. So they said they went to this woman. She said exactly what I just said. She said while this girl was praying for her and saying the little thing she was saying, she felt darkness. She said her spirit was tolling, like she felt like the devil was getting inside of her. Several people said this about this woman. They said she was practicing darkness. So they pulled away from her. She said she went and got prayer, but she still practiced tarot cards. She tried to tell people, I'm not like her. I'm different. I don't do that. You know, I don't come off like that. I'm from God. No, it's saying in the Bible that if you practice tarot cards and Ouija boards, that's witchcraft, though. How can you tell people you from God when you doing everything God said and the word don't do? So you no different than Miss Johnson. I'm telling y'all, if y'all going to these people talking about reading your palms and stuff, y'all tripping, man. They putting a curse on your life. Everything they telling you go get better, gonna get worse. Trust and believe me. You know why? Because they snatching souls for the devil. They snatching souls. The devil is out here. Revelations 12 says a spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual warfare going on between God and the devil. And the devil is trickery. Y'all see what's going on in Hollywood with Diddy and everybody? It's a spiritual warfare. Don't be dismayed. How y'all shocked? It's in the book. This is going to happen. You got to protect your mind. You got to, every day when you get up before you leave, pray the full shield of armor of God around your vehicle, around your children, around your life. You know why you need that armor? Because can't nothing come through that armor. Don't just pray. Say, God, put a shield of armor around my mind. Because if you shield my mind, I will not make stupid decisions. And that's with a man, woman, kids. I will always have you in the forefront. Lord, guide me. That's why when people on my channel, when they seem wicked to me, because there's a lot of wickedness on YouTube. That's why I like Miss Lorraine. There's somebody on here right now. And I think his name White King. I don't know what he going through right now, but I always pray, God, get behind me, Satan. See, this is what y'all don't understand. When y'all come at me, y'all dealing with a child of the Most High. The Most High. It's some people that done wished the worst on me and it backflipped on them. It was a boomerang. It came right back to them. When you put God in front of you, you cursing your life. For example, I teach my kids that, right? My grandbaby passed away when my daughter had her at 5 months. Her name was Paris. She would be 9 right now. She died in my hands. She was real little, tiny. Her lips was like this. I watched her take her last breath. I had to hold her like this and rock her, and I was singing and praying for her. I watched my daughter almost lose her mind because she lost her baby. Even though she wasn't fully developed, she still was our baby, right? Well, let me tell you about your sister keeper. You know how many black women that didn't like my daughter got on social media and said good and mocked her and talked crazy? This is what a lot of black women do. They don't know when to stop talking. Not all of us. If it don't apply, let it fly. They say the worst things to hurt your soul. Well, one girl just kept picking with my daughter, picking with her. I said, just pray about it. Just pray. Give it to God. You know where Perry is at. She went back home to God. She's okay. Don't let stuff get to you. I kid y'all not. The next month, that same girl wanted to go out so bad. She goes out with her friends to the club. Her mama in the house. She stayed with her mama. She had, I think, a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old. She leaves the babies in her room. And she goes out. Mama there. This is a new baby. She didn't know her mama had to go to work. So her mother gets up and go to work not knowing the kids is in the house. She stay out all night. She get back home, guess what? The baby had fell between the bed and the wall and died. She went to jail for that. Her mother had no clue that the kids was in the house. The same one who cursed and talked about my grandbaby lost her 4-month-old. And guess what we did? We prayed for her. You got to be careful of the curses you put out there, because what you put in the universe, it comes back. I keep telling people, and I'm not putting the universe as God is not in it. God is the universe. I don't never pray to the universe. Don't get it twisted. I never pray to the universe. I don't go out there and say, the universe, please. No, I'm just saying it's energy. When I talk about the universe, I'm talking about energy. The ground is energy. If you take off your feet and you stand in the grass, you can feel the energy from the earth. That's all I'm talking about is energy. God comes first. But how God works is the energy that you put out, you're going to receive it back. That's why the saying come in, meet your energy. People gonna meet your energy. If you come into a place and you got an attitude, I promise you, you're gonna meet some people in there that got the same attitude or worse. If you go in there and smile, you would change the atmosphere. You go in there and crack a joke, I promise you, somebody in there mad gonna start laughing. I promise you that. What you put out there is what you gonna receive. If you put goodness out, goodness gonna come back to you. I kill people with kindness. I know when I meet a Karen or I ran into a racist, I kill them with kindness. And if they don't respond, I feel bad for them, because that hate, they finna get it back. And it ain't gonna come from me, it's gonna come from God. You know how many times I've seen Karens look at me like I'm disgusting. And I say, how you doing, beautiful? They look at me like, beautiful? Did she just call me beautiful? Okay, have a good day, beautiful people. Miss Johnson killed her whole family, y'all. The 9-year-old lived. This little girl is going to go through so much trauma remembering her mother murdering her daddy in front of her, pushing her and her little sister out on the 405, going 100 miles an hour, and she lived. She could probably see the wickedness and evil on her mama's face. Could you imagine what this child had to endure? Could you imagine her remembering, I'm holding my baby sister as tight as I can, and my mother pushes out. My mother. Y'all gonna tell me the devil ain't real? Didn't I tell people the devil ain't red with horns? The devil looks just like you. He's in human form. I promise you, some of y'all sleeping with the devil. He was sleeping with the devil. That young man was sleeping with the devil and had babies by the devil. See, that's where it comes in when people put money, things, careers before God. That young man put his job, a mechanic for the Air Force, before God, because if he knew God, he would have recognized the devil. He wouldn't have never, ever touched her. He wouldn't have never went inside of her with no protection. Somebody got to really pray over that 9-year-old because she has her mother inside of her. I don't understand how people choose these kind of folks and then they say they're victims. Now he is a victim. He's gone. But when he was in it, I know he got signs. People don't just wake up crazy one day. They show you signs. It's always, like today, I'm going to give y'all an example. It's been cloudy all day. It's been cloudy all day. And I was telling everybody, it's going to storm tonight. Look at the window. It's raining. Y'all see it? Y'all hear it? The rain is coming. The storm is coming. But God gave us a sign all day to prepare. It was cloudy. It was windy. You can see it. He gave us all day. So whoever caught outside right now, you can't complain and say, man, I'm soaking wet. You knew the storm was coming all day. You didn't prepare for it. The coming of God, he's returning. He's telling us, I'm coming back. And I'm coming back with a vengeance. Y'all better prepare. You better get your soul right. Now, it may be years from now. When I say that, y'all, I don't know when the end of time is coming, but I know it's near because the book of Revelation say, you going to be lovers of yourself. We going to be lovers of ourselves. We going to be arrogant. We going to be boastful. Disobedient children. Look around you. For the ones that say the word ain't real. I didn't have several people, oh, you believe in that fake Christianity. And I'd be like, oh my goodness, y'all just don't know what you're doing to yourself. God is a man and he shall not lie. He's showing us wars and rumors of wars. Storms, floods, fires. He's showing us everything in that book. Then y'all tell me, try to convince me the white man wrote the book. Well, he did a good job because it's happening. I know God is real. You know how I know God is real? Because God broke every chain that woman put on me that day. Break every chain. He broke every chain. God had me sitting here telling you about his goodness, and I lost my parents, my sister, my niece, my auntie, all in 18 months, and I'm still here with a sound mind because my parents taught me how to protect this. No matter what you go through, my mother used to always say, baby, trust in God, unchanging hands. He can do all things. Just imagine that. God can do all things but fail. He's fail-proof. And y'all trusting John, Pookie, Uncle Earl, Auntie, Grandma. Y'all trusting everybody else but the one that's fail-proof. He told you, I can't fail. Try me. You trying everybody else. You keep seeking man after man because you scared to be alone. Be alone with me and see what I can do for you. But y'all won't try him. Because y'all too busy hearing stuff on the internet and believing what people are telling you, and you don't trust God. You trusting that man is giving you the pipe. Make God the lover of your soul for once. Make him the lover of your soul. Let God pay your bills. You don't need a trick. All them women that's running around with Diddy $250,000 a month. God looking at them like that's all you wanted. Was $250,000. I can give you abundance. That's all you require. Going over there with the devil then. Because the devil do this. He have beautiful things. Diamonds and golds and money. And come on over here with me. Come on. Come on over to my place. Going over to God. Over to the devil. He have a lot of nice, pretty things. You got to learn to decipher what's from God and what's from the devil. And the only way you going to know that is through prayer and understanding and seeking God and getting on your knees on a daily basis, renewing your mind on a daily basis. That's why I don't understand when people say, you was all for Diddy being wrong, and then today you are against Diddy. It ain't that I'm against nobody. I ask God to renew my mind. See, y'all follow the crowd, and the crowd gonna lead you to hell. Okay? When God said in his word, do not celebrate your brother demise. When I read that scripture, I had to reevaluate what I was thinking. I said, what? Am I celebrating Diddy fall down? Because he gonna fall. He falling. That's a given. He's falling. It's all over the news. It's all over every Instagram. Everybody, every YouTuber, they talking about it. He's falling. But what part am I playing? I can't save Diddy because I'm not Diddy's God. I can't say if he's guilty or if he's innocent because I wasn't there. And if I was, I'm still not his God. But what I can do is play the part God told me to play. You know what God told me to do? He told me to pray for the lost spirits. He told me to pray for people that's in darkness. He told me to pray for the prostitutes, the drug addicts, the freak off folks. He told me to pray for them people. He said it's easy to pray for your kids, Nina, and the people you love. Try praying for people you don't know and people that you don't even like. That's when you a bigger person, a child of God, where you can pray for your enemies. So many of y'all so weak. Y'all so weak. Y'all still will argue with me and say, I ain't praying for him. Don't. And watch what happens. When them chains on you and the devil come and get you, watch what happened. That day when Miss Johnson hit that tree and ended her life and killed half her family, the devil came to collect. She told everybody, it's coming. The apocalypse is coming. It's going to end in a few hours. The world is going to end. Let me take my family out first. That was the devil up here telling her, guess what? Kill your family. Kill your family. God ain't real. Today is today. She gone. Where we at? I'm still on YouTube. Didn't she say the world was going to end today? It ended for her. That's what she didn't understand. Her world ended. But she wanted everybody to believe that the whole world was finna end because she thought she was God. You don't play with God. So he took her up out of here. Oh, you want the world to end? Okay, bye. Time to go. Why the baby had to go and the young man, I don't know. All I know is God don't make mistakes. But see, those demonic soul ties. The baby was a part of her and the man was a part of her. From the soul tie. So when she left, she taking everybody with her. Thank God that baby girl, the 9-year-old, didn't go. Stop playing with God, y'all. That story really, I didn't want to do this story because it was eerie. It was like eerie because if y'all cut on the news, they talking about it and they keep saying she told them that she heard from God. And I'm like, this is not cool, man. This is wicked. And I had to turn it off because all these people that's followed behind her believing that. I ain't finished my story. I'm sorry, y'all. About the young woman my son met, the white girl. I was going through all the things with the lady had put the curse on me. So I'm seeking anybody that can help me get out of this. See, that's what's wrong with us. We be seeking people on earth instead of seeking. Just go to God and wait. Just wait. Okay? So she calls me on the phone. Now, she did say something that makes sense. And I believe, see, I stopped it before it got too far. Because I started feeling that same eerie feeling I felt from that white woman. Let me tell you. She said, first of all, it's something, I see a blockage. I didn't know she was reading cards when she was talking to me because she was on the phone. She was reading cards. I would have hung up on her and changed my number. Don't you dare call here no more. She said, it's a blockage in your life. Some traumatic happened to you. And this is where depression coming in, and you won't let it go. You gotta it's something that happened to you. And I'm thinking like, she lying. I ain't never been touched. I was spoiled as heck. I had one whooping in my life by my mama, and I cried all day. I'm the baby of my family. I got just about everything I wanted. I had both my parents. She lying. Ain't nothing traumatic happened to me. I said, you talking about my parents when I was 39, 40? She said, no, something happened to you when you was a child. So I'm like, this lady crazy. She said, close your eyes and think real hard. Something traumatic happened to you when you was a child. You know what? I closed my eyes and she was right. When I was 13, my favorite cousin, Joy, Marie Mayberry, she died at 17 from carbon monoxide poisoning. And I never wanted to let her go. I've been holding on to my cousin for years because she was my favorite cousin. That was the worst traumatic thing, to see my cousin in that box. That I was traumatized all my life and didn't know it. She said, I told her, I said, my cousin died. She said, that's it. You got to let your cousin go. And once you let her go, because her soul ain't resting, she love you so much that she can't rest until you have peace. So I'm like, okay. I prayed and I let it go. Because I didn't want her spirit to be in limbo. If that's anything possible, I don't know. But this is what the girl was telling me. So the next time we talked, this is when she said this. The tarot card saying, I said, what you just say? She said, the tarot. I said, you been reading tarot cards on me? She said, yes. I said, listen, I don't play them games. I will not be calling you back. Thank you for telling me about my cousin, but you going too far now. I hung up on her and I told my son, don't ever talk to this girl again. I don't play with tarot cards. I don't play with witchcraft and Ouija boards and black spirits and cloud. I don't do that. And I had to remind myself, Nina, you about to do it again. Then you had the other ladies pray over you. I had to catch myself. See, when y'all lost, when you sad, when you confused, you just want to hold on to something, some kind of hope. But I'm telling you, the only hope you need is that Bible. You don't need a mediator to get to God. You don't even need your pastor to get to God. You don't even need your church members to get to God. You can pray right here in your car. You don't need an appointment. He said he don't sleep nor do he slumber. He always woke. He always listening. Don't doubt God because he don't come when you want him to come. He's not a genie. You can't just rub a bottle and say, God, I want $1 million. He ain't give me $1 million, so I know he ain't real. Just like I said, I heard people say, God ain't real because my mama and daddy died. That's when I knew he was real. When my mama and daddy died, they lived. My mama was 80. My daddy was 82. I knew God was real because he kept me. He kept me with a sound mind. I never thought in a million years I can bury my parents, especially my mama. I looked at my oldest niece, who was 35 years old when she died. She is 4 years younger than me. I looked at her in this casket that died from ovarian cancer right after my big sister, which is her mama. And like I was looking at myself because we look identical. I couldn't believe I was looking at my favorite niece. My oldest niece, we grew up like sisters and looked just alike. And I'm like, Mika? And I'm still here. I'm still strong. God is real because through all the things I just went through, I just had a new grandbaby 3 days ago. He showed me that he's still able to give life. Through all the darkness that's going on in the world, he still do great things. That baby's so precious. He an angry bird. I'm gonna post a picture, go crack y'all up. He's a little angry bird. He got a picture, he mean mugging, he's so mad, like, why did I come here to this crazy place? But he's so special. So I know God is real because I'm holding that little baby and I'm like, this is life. Stop thinking about death. I'm tired of y'all saying the world go in, the world go in. No, we're living. I'm not dying. Y'all be saying we dying every day. No, I'm living every day. I'm living. Every time my heart beat, I'm alive and well. God said, live in the moment. All you got is that moment. Stop waiting for the world to end, people. Live and be careful who you have in your world. You live today like you don't have a tomorrow. Because when you think about it, time don't exist. All you have is this moment that you're in. Time is man-made. Because if time was real, it'd be the same time all over the world. Time is man-made. All we have is this second. And do you know the second mean everything? You can't buy this second. That's the only thing you can't buy is time. So you got to treasure it. Be careful who you share your time with because it's the only thing that you can't pay for. And some of us give our time to the wrong people. And then you say you're a victim. Are you a victim or are you a damn fool? Because that's your life. That's why I say I don't understand this victim mentality. I'm like, man, you're going to spend your life talking about you a victim, but you keep being victimized. You're victimizing your damn self. You don't love yourself enough to put good people in your life. Back to Diddy. Those people that love themselves enough not to go to Diddy party? Let's start there. Why are you at the devil's party? Why are you at the party? You go to the devil's party and party with the devil and then tell the world, I'm a victim. I'm sorry, I'm just not that person. To sit there and say, yeah, that person, man, you're a victim of your own decisions. If you was not tied up with a pistol to your head and dragged and drugged and dragged into that house, you went there on your own free will. What happens when you dance with the devil? We never know. Because guess what? The devil have no limitations. Remember Job? God said, do everything that Job would kill him. The devil would test you. He would give you things. He would destroy you. Devil is trickery. So if you thought being around Diddy and a bunch of famous people was the way of living, that's what you get. You dance with the devil. You party with the devil. And Diddy ain't the only devil that was in the house. I wish y'all stop saying that he's not. The reason I use Diddy, because the devil is using Diddy so. The devil's showing out through Diddy, man. That's why I keep talking about Diddy. The devil is showing out. Diddy is the big talk. Y'all might as well call him Lucifer. Because he got everybody's mind right now through Diddy. It's even attorneys trying to pay YouTubers to lie on this man. We want Lucifer. And people falling into that trap. They talking about Diddy more than they talking about God. Look at some of them YouTubers, y'all. Look at some of them. And go back on some of their videos and see, do they ever mention God? Look at the YouTubers that's making a lot of money off the Diddy story. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Because the devil paying them. Keep talking about him. Keep putting it down. Keep celebrating my work. Yeah, keep talking about my work. Show out for me. I love what I did through Diddy. I tore down half of Hollywood. The devil is loving it. Look at all the souls I have. Beyonce just filed for divorce from Jay-Z. Woo, I'm doing a great job. I'm destroying marriages. Yes, careers are ending. People's minds are gone. People's bodies been taken through F-offs. I'm doing my thing. The devil's celebrating. And we sending invitations out. Come on in. Come on in, see what the devil doing. You hear about Diddy? Come on in. Them invitations to the devil. Let's talk about God a little bit. I want to share this story because it's scary to me, man. I don't know the Bible very well. That's why I'm asking people, whoever know the word, could you share it with me? Could y'all tell me what y'all think about the tarot cards? I'm not preaching because I don't know the word like that. Could y'all please enlighten me on some stuff? Am I wrong? And I don't need y'all to say, you believe it in this religion, that religion. No, we talking about God right now. We talking about one God. I don't care if you a Buddha, Jehovah Witness, a Christian, a Baptist. I don't care about none of that. We talking about God right now. I want to know, should people be reading tarot cards? What y'all think about somebody laying hands on you? If y'all children of the Most High, it's time for y'all to speak up because the devil's showing out on us. The devil winning. It's time for y'all to speak up. It's time for y'all to shed some light on this devil. It's time for us to start putting out some fires. Every time we hear something bad, let's talk about something good. Diddy did this. But guess what such and such did today? Something good. Diddy did this. Nina had a grandbaby today. Look what God did. Beautiful life, a new baby. Oh, this baby cute. But Diddy did this. But look at that baby over there. Oh, you see them kids got A's in class today? We need to constantly talk about good to put out the bad. Stop celebrating Diddy. Dang it. I might mention him because I'm like, it's sad to me. But now I'm realizing it ain't no breaking news. It ain't nothing new with Diddy. It's just people twisting stories around. Until we hear it on the news, do me a favor, y'all. Until y'all hear it on the news, until y'all see CNN, TMZ, even the Breakfast Club, until y'all see one of them news broadcasters say breaking news, don't believe it. Because it ain't breaking. It's just people gossiping, just spreading the word over and over, adding on, because the devil know. The devil said, I know how they can celebrate me. I can keep giving them money. If I keep giving them money, they'll keep celebrating me. So I'm going to keep giving them money. The numbers I've been seeing on Diddy talk, it's like, dang. Diddy done changed people's YouTube channels. They have got 100,000, 200,000 new subscribers off of Diddy. Stuff that's amazing that normally don't happen. But you got to be careful, because who giving you them subscribers? Is God giving them to you or the devil? Is the devil sending you some of his minions to your channel? I'm starting to believe he's sending his minions, because these the ones that's celebrating his demise when God said don't do it. All money not good money. Look at my numbers. That's all I got to say to y'all. Look at my numbers on my channel. I want y'all to go back 4 months ago when I started my channel. It was booming. Boom, boom. Viral videos. I was shocked. I'm like, dang, people want to hear me like that? I was shocked. Viral videos. I got one video right now that's over 400,000. The money was coming until it blew my mind. I made more money on YouTube in a few months than I ever made on a job. And I'm like, dang, wow. Then I got excited. Then I started to want to jump in with everybody else like double dutch. Ooh, I got to keep talking because the money coming, the money coming. And soon as I start talking about how I changed my videos, like when I talk about sexy red or something, I talk about it, but I talk about real life stuff. And you know how I do my videos? Like right now I'm talking about Miss Johnson, but I'm talking about God. I always add real life scenarios. My numbers start doing this. My channel start doing this. I even contact YouTube like, what y'all doing to my channel? If y'all notice, half y'all don't get notifications no more from my channel. The recommendations for my channel, YouTube used to be shooting me out there. You couldn't cut on YouTube without seeing my face. I was getting like, dang, my face all over YouTube. People used to call me, run into me in the store. I seen you on YouTube. Now I hardly ever see myself. See, people flee when you get talking about God. Now my channel is mediocre. It's 6,000, maybe 3,000. when I was getting 50,000 to 100,000 per video. Now I was doing this. This is why I ask y'all, if y'all love me, and I as a sister in Christ, could y'all show me some love and just like my videos? It ain't even about money. It's about growth. I love what I do. See, a lot of people do YouTube for money. I do it for the love of it. I did this on Facebook for free for years. I never even thought I was good enough for YouTube. I'm like, they don't want to hear me talk. People want to hear me talk. I did motivational speaking for years. I'm trying to get back out there because I belong on a stage. I'm just being real. I belong on a stage talking to an audience of people that's messed up. I don't want to preach to them. I just want to get in front of folks and just tell them about the goodness of God and what he's done for me, to give people hope. Because every time I speak, I'm going to talk about God. So if you don't love the Lord, this ain't the place to be for you. Actually, if you demonic, your feet might catch on fire. You might get a migraine headache before the night is over if you don't love the Lord and you on my channel. And you be like, why my head hurt? Because you got the devil in you. You didn't want to hear about God, so your head start hurting. No matter how good I come and how nice and gentle I come to people, people still curse me. But you can't, because I got the whole shield of armor. Spiritual warfare. I'm ready to fight. I've been through hell. I done lost half my family. Do you think I care about losing a man or a friend or a job? I lost everything. God broke me down. God made me realize things don't mean nothing by taking everything. I told you I had just the clothes on my back when I said that. I'm not over exaggerating. I had my purse, my laptop, my flip-flops, and a sundress, and 4 kids and 4 grandbabies. That's all I had in the world. Sorry, my kids keep calling me. That's all I had in the world. I have to go. I think something going on. My kids calling me. Let me check on them. Send some good energy this way. I stay prayed up. Thank you. Thank you for the love. This your girl. I got to go. I got an emergency call. Y'all keep your head up and keep God first. Don't let nobody lay hands on you. Talk to y'all later. Bye.